So hi guys, welcome guys. So in this question, what you have to do, you have to just print. You have given a number, and you have to print the binary representation of this number. Okay, and also you have to reverse the digits of n and print the number obtained after reversing the bit. Okay, so you have a given number like this, like you have given number 11, and then you have to print the binary representation of this number. Okay, so how we can print this? So let's start what type of things you have to give in like this. Okay, so like if this is your number, okay, type this is your number 1011. Okay, if this is your number, and then what you have to do, we have to print this number. Okay, and we know that the range of the any number is like 31 minus 31 to 31, 2 to the power minus 31 to 2 to the power 31. Okay, so how we can achieve how we can print this number? Okay, so what we are doing, we are taking a mask. We are taking a mask from 2 to the power minus 31. It means minus 31 from that side. What I'm saying, we are taking a mask like from that side. Okay, we are taking a mask from last side, and we know that before one, the range of zeros will be 31. Okay, 31. Okay, so I will be starting from this minus 31, from this 31. Okay, so we are taking a mask from 31. Okay, and the value of the mask is 1 initially. Okay, you know that the value of mask is 1. Okay, so we are taking a mask from previously from minus 31, oh sorry, plus 31. Okay, so we are taking a mask from previous side. Okay, and we suppose that this is a 31 0, and then we shift this mask. Why? When we take and with any mask, then it will present, then it will give a same value. What I'm saying, if this there are 0 and we're taking a mask and we're taking and with 1, then what we're getting same number 0 if there are 1 present. If there are 1 is presented, then when we're taking a mask with this, then it will provide a 1. Okay, so this is a benefit of taking a mask here. Why? Because when we're taking a and with 1, then it will provide a 0, and when we're taking a and with 0, if there are 0, then it will give a 0. Okay, so same value we will get here. Okay, so this will helpful for when we are going to print this number. Okay, why? Because when we're taking mask here, then it will say that there are 0 will be presented. Okay, and when we shifted this mask here, and then this will this at this stage, we will get that at this stage the number is 0. Okay, and when we shift this mask again, and then we will get that at this stage the number is 0. Okay, so every time we checking at every position that the value is 0 or not. Okay, so when we are taking a mask at every place, like what I'm saying, one second, like what I'm saying is, like when we are taking mask at every place, like we checking here. Okay, initially we checking from minus 30 plus 31. Okay, so we are checking from here, then we are checking from here, then we shift our mask here, then we shift our mask here. So we are shifting our mask. Okay, then we are shifting our mask here, then we are shifting mask here. So every time we shift our mask. Okay, so every time we check at every place, we check that the number is what. If there are number 0, then it will give a 0. Then when this is 1, then it will give 1. When this is 0, then it will give 0. When this is 1, then it will 1. When this is 1, then it will 1. So we are printing a same number when we're taking a mask. Okay, so everywhere we are checking that. Okay, every place we are checking that. How we can check? We put a loop which shift the number from, we check a left shift operator where we provide left shift operator. We take a value from 31, and every time we shift this operator like 30, 29, 28, 27. It first we are shifting this operator to 31, and then 30. So it will shift it from here to here to here. Okay, so we are checking at every place, but some condition are provided here. Okay, what condition? Like like uh, like when we were going to do left shift operator, then at some stage we find first one. At some stage we find first one. One second, I'm just write again. What I'm saying, when we are going to do this, then at some stage we find our first one. Okay, when we are taking mask and we shifted our mask value, and then at some stage we find our one, we find our first one, we find out our first one. When we are find out first one, then we have to do, then what we have to do, initially we are not printing these zeros. Why? Because this is not valuable. Why? Because we are not right 1000. This will always count 100. Okay, but if we increase a 0, if we increase extra 0, then it will count it will not count 100, it will count it will count 100,000, it will count a more than 100. It will count a more than 100. Why? Because the zero which will increase before, after 1, it is valuable. Before 1, any zero is not valuable. Okay, so we are not printing the zeros. But when we are getting our first one, then we have to print all our zeros. Okay, so we have put some other condition which tell us that after 1 you did that, we have to put some condition that will tell us that if you get any one, if you get first one, then you have to print the all zeros after 1. Okay, so what I'm saying, if we get any zero here, then we are not printing the zero. But when we are getting our first one, then after the first one, when we are getting any zero, then we have to print the zero. Okay, why? Because this is valuable, and also we have to print this. Okay, so this is your condition. So I'm going to code this problem. After that, you just understand. Okay, so now we are going to code this problem. So after the code, we are going to dry run so that you understand everything very easily. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to take a bool flag equal to bool flag equal to, one second, blue flag equal to false and int j equal to 0. And then what we have to do, we have to take a for loop which is started from, we are nowhere, we should not have to do this j equal to 0. Why? Because I'm just after writing, I'm just telling it we have to just reverse the digit now. So when we are going to reverse the digit, then I'm explaining. First I have to just explain how to print a binary number. Okay, so first we have to put a loop from I equal to 31. Okay, and after that we have to put a condition I less than or equal to 0 and I minus minus. Okay, then after that what we have to do, we have to shift, we have to create a mask from 31 to 0. Okay, so initially we have to create a mask from 31. Okay, so we have to take a mask from 31. Okay, so this will take a mask from 31 and then it will shift it, like initially this 31, this, and then 30, and then 20, and then 28. Okay, so it will provide a mask. Okay, and then we check out that our flag, why we are taking a flag, because we have to tell them that we are getting our first one. Because initially when we are not printing zeros, how we can tell out that we get one, how we can say in a loop, how we can say that we are at this stage where we got our first one. Because because before we are not getting one, we are not printing zeros. Okay, but when we are getting one, then we have to print the zeros. Okay, so we have to tell them that we get our first one. Okay, for telling that, we just provide a flag which will tell us that we got our first one, and after that we have to print our zeros. Okay, but we have to also check that our n and math will, what type of value it will given. If it will not have 0, then you have to print the 1. Why? Because when we are taking and with mask, and will provide, and function will provide the same value. If there are 1, then it will provide a 1. If there are 0, then it will provide 0. Okay, simple. So now this will print. Okay, and after that we are checking if we are not getting any one, but we know that we get our first one. But after that, when we are getting any 0, then we have to print the 0. Okay, because we are getting our first one. What I'm saying that if this is our 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 1 1, this 0 will not printable. But when we are getting our first one, after that when we are getting any 0, then we have to print the 0. Okay, so we are putting same condition. So else what we have to do, we have to just print cout 0. Okay, so if you find out that any condition at this stage, okay, so this is your flag. But if our flag is not true, this is the stage that where we got our first one. This is the stage. Okay, so what we have to do in this stage, we have to check if our n and mask, if our n and mask is not equal to 0. Then we have to print. So at this stage, we tell us that we got our first one. When we are got our first one, then we are giving a flag equal to true. That point will tell us that we get our first one, and then we have to print the all zeros when we are getting zeros after 1. Okay, because before 1 it will not countable. Why? Because this is not a valuable, bro. This is not a valuable. Okay, so we are just going to cout equal to 1. and then we take int n mask, s mask. Okay, this will provide a j. Okay, so we don't require second mask. Okay, because we are not doing a reverse the digit. Initially we are just explaining the how we can print the digit. Okay, so this is the stage, and else we are not doing anything. Okay, so we are putting just else. Okay, so this is your simple code. So first we are just explaining this how we can print the binary, then I am going to explain how to reverse the digit. Okay, so we have to just understand how we can do this thing. We are going to explain initially very good manner. So this is your code. Okay, so what I'm doing here, like we take this 0, we take this 0. Okay, so initially when we are running this flag equal to false, we take as a we are initially starting from I equal to 31. Okay, so we are just suppose this is our 31 0, suppose, and then we are taking a mask from 31 because we provide I equal to 31. Then the I, it means the 1 will be shifted to 31's place. Okay, so there are 1. Okay, so there are 1. Okay, initially the mask is 1. Okay, initially the mask is 1 at this place. Then when we are checking that our flag is false or true, then we get that our flag is equal to false. When your flag is false, then we are not in this condition, we are coming in this condition. And in this condition, what we are checking, that our n and mask is equal to 0 or not. We are getting this mask is equal to 0. Okay, we are getting that here the result is 0, so we are not going to do same thing. Okay, and we reduce the loop. Okay, and then we are shifting here. Okay, so we are shifting the operator with 30. Then we are come at this stage. Okay, we are come at this stage. Okay, so initially we are checking out that our flag is true or false. We are getting our flag equal to false. Okay, then we are coming and this condition, and we're taking n equal to, and mask is not equal to 0, but we get 0. Why? Because this is your n and this is your mask. We are taking this with n and mask, and then when we are getting our is equal to 0, so we are not giving in this condition. Okay, so there are also we are not doing in this condition, and then also we are declaring this with 29. Okay, so we are doing same thing and same thing. At some condition we getting our 29 our at this position. We are coming at this position. Okay, when we are coming at this position, we are taking like any position. Like this position is like maybe we are taking this like 0 1 2 3 fourth position. Okay, 0 1 2 0 1 2 3. Okay, this is your fourth position, third position. Okay, when we are coming at the third position, when we are looping this operation, then what we are getting, we are taking mask here 1. Okay, we are taking mask here 1 because we shift this I to 3, then it will provide this one. Okay, and when we are taking and now when we are going, then we are getting flag equal to false, then we are not going in this loop, we are going in this loop. Okay, because before this one the flag equal to false, but when we are coming in this loop, then we find out that when we are taking n and mask, then we are getting not equal to 0, we are getting 1, we are getting 1, we are getting 0 0 0 0 1. Okay, so this one will tell us that we are find our first one. That's why we are provide a flag equal to true, because this flag equal to true will tell us that we are getting our first one, we are getting our first one, and we print this one. Okay, and we print this one here. Okay, and we are telling us that this is flag equal to true. After that we shift our mask, and then we are taking and again, but in this end we are not getting, but in this end our flag equal to true. Why? Because when we tell from that position that we get our first one, and this flag equal to true, and if this flag equal to true, then we are again checking that when we are taking and with this value and we are getting 1. Okay, we are not getting 1 because this will 0, so but we print this 0. Why? Because after 1 we have to print this 0. Okay, so we print this 0, and again we are taking mask, and again we are taking mask, and we are this 0, and this will take 1, and this again 0. Okay, so we will print this number. Okay, I hope you understand. So this is our representation, but we have to shift the digit. So I'm going to code this problem and come here. Okay, how we can shift the digit? We have to provide us something we have provide a simple, we have to extend this code in a simple manner like this. If your code is like this, then how we can reverse the digit? We have to just take here. Okay, how we can reverse? In a reverse manner, how we can print the digit? In a reverse manner, we have to print the digit in this manner. Okay, this manner. When we are at this stage now, we have to create a mask of 1. When we are at this stage, we are not creating a mask, but when we are at this stage, we have to create a mask of 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 0. Okay, and we are at this stage, we have to create a mask of 1 0 0 0. When we are at this stage, then we're creating this mask, but at this stage we are not creating any mask. We are just telling that our next operator will shift it at this position. Okay, so I hope you understand. So I'm going to just code it, and after coding I'm just explaining again so that you understand very easily. Okay, so now we have to just go and code it. Okay, so what we have to change this, so we have to take a int reverse value equal to 0, reverse value equal to 0. Okay, and then we have to take int j equal to 0. And then what is the benefit of this? I'm just explaining. We are taking reverse value equal to 0. Okay, initially we are taking reverse value equal to 0, and we are taking j equal to 0. But what you have to change it, when you are getting first one, then we have to create a next mask for reverse the digit. Okay, we have to create a second digit. So here what we have to do, we have to create a second mask, int mask equal to how, at which speed, j speed. Initially j is 0, so we have to create a 0 shift. Okay, we have to provide a 0 shift, and we take or with s mask. Okay, and then we are increasing our j. Okay, so we are increasing our j. Okay, so in this mask, this is your first one. When we are getting our first one, then we are also create a second mask. Okay, but here also when we are getting first one, then we are creating our mask again. Okay, which we are telling us that we have to print a reverse one. Okay, so when left shift j, then we have to take a reverse equal to s mask. Okay, and then simple, and after that we have to just increase the j. So I hope you understand. So initially we are taking flag equal to false, we are taking reverse equal to 0, we are taking int I equal to 31 and I less than or equal to 0. Then we are creating a mask from 31. Okay, and then we are checking that our flag is true or not. If our flag is true, then we are getting our first one. Okay, we are get our first one, then we have to move a next iteration. Okay, in the next iteration, what we check out, we are taking AND with our mask, then where this value is 0 or not. If this value is not 0, then we print a 1. Okay, and then we are taking second mask. Why? Because we have to reverse the digit now. So we are taking second mask here, and we creating our reverse value after for second mask. Okay, so after that we see out 0, and after that we increase the j plus plus, and then we are going to if, and where we are just check out that our n with AND mask is not equal to 0, and then we provide a flag equal to true, and then we provide a c out equal to less than 1, and we are taking our second mask where we shift that 1 less than j, and then we taking a result. And in this else condition, we're not going to do anything. Okay, I think we are doing the same thing. So we are going to run this. I think we are not, oh sorry, we are not printing now. We have to just print it. So we have to just print this. Okay, reverse digit and this digit, c out indel, c out reverse indel. Okay, what we are getting 0. Why? Oh sorry, we are not printing c out. Sorry, we are taking s mask equal to 0, and oh sorry, here we are taking and mask is not equal to 0. Okay, this is right. I think where we are getting mistakes, I think I greater, so here we are creating a mistake. We have to put a chi greater than or equal to 0. Okay, now we have to run it. accepted, submit it. So thank you so much, but I am just going to explain how we reverse the digit. It's a simple thing, okay, so that you understand what I'm saying is, here when we are taking 0 0 0 1 0 1 1, okay, so when we are come at this stage, we are creating our mask at this type of stage, okay. 1 second, we are taking a second. Okay, so when we are at this stage, we are creating our mask of this, okay. So at same stage, when you are getting our, this is our 1, okay, when you are getting our result as 1, at this stage we are creating a second mask. We are taking j equal to 0, then we are getting second mask where we put a shift of 0 j, okay. So we are taking a value of reverse, this is your reverse value, okay. We are taking a reverse value and we are taking second mask with j shift, okay. So it will provide this mask, this is your mask, this is your reverse digit, okay. This is your mask and we are getting our value is this, okay. And then we are taking, then we are getting, then we are come at this stage, okay. And when at this stage we are getting value equal to 0, then we are not going in this condition, we are going in this condition, so we are not taking any mask. Then we increase this j, when we are increasing this j, then it will shift the next j, okay. But again when we are going to do, we are creating a second mask, this mask, then we get 1, okay. When we are getting 1 now, then we provide a second shift, then we provide a second shift of this mask will tell us that this number is become 101, okay. So this will reverse the order, okay. So again we are taking mask, again when we are creating mask here, then it will this mask, okay. And when we are taking this, and then it will provide a 1011, okay. So here this one, okay, then we are again taking shift, and then it will this is our next mask, and our number will be shifted, okay. So this number will be shifted, this number will be 10011, and here number will be 101, okay. So this will tell us that your number is reversed, okay. So I hope you will understand. So thank you so much.